Tropic is a leading provider of AI-powered procurement software and negotiation services. Last quarter, their team traveled to FloQast to attend an AI agent builder workshop. They left with a fully functional agent that they built themselves, automating one of their most time-consuming monthly processes.
Coming to Tropic, I always knew that I wanted FloQast to kind of scale our financial operations and kind of be that central visibility into kind of everything that we're working on.
As an accountant who goes through an annual audit, I want to know and understand the process. I think by removing some of the manual and repetitive tasks, I get an opportunity to contribute more to the business by analyzing the work. I'm bringing insights. With AI, there's sometimes a feeling that you're typing in a prompt and then some magic happens where you're getting an output. I want to know and understand the process and be able to explain what's happening. So there was just so much manual work removed for me, even in our first close in the new system, which I thought, oh, this first one might be clunky and more difficult. And it really was just so much easier.
FloQast was really critical for kind of scaling our financial operations. We really looked at it as kind of a core tool.
So the formulas don't process in the application.
Got it.
But they will in here, so you did the right thing by downloading it.
And just seeing if it's populating.
Through the process of learning about Transform today, I can see that a lot of the manual manipulation of files would be something that Transform could do for me, and then I would be able to see the data that it's producing and analyze that data.
You know, obviously the big piece with Transform, going through kind of the AI agents initial release webinar in March, I kind of knew at that point that I needed to see if I could fast track that implementation. And I think, you know, with where the Transform product is going, I think it's going to be a critical piece of kind of how we scale over time without having to kind of add additional headcount or complexities into our team.
We wanted to build something that's not just like an analytical assistant, but it's more of helping you perform the day-to-day work that your team is getting caught in the weeds doing and spending just too much time. So we wanted to build something that made it a lot easier. If you can explain the process that you are currently doing, that should be enough.
When we're saving time on kind of month-end close, that's unlocking a lot of other areas where we can then get plugged into the business and kind of start to be more of a strategic partner for finance. You know, we can start to take some of that burden off of other teams as we're unlocking some of our time as well.
If we can build something that makes it really easy for you to step into and set up your process and then manage it day to day, we figure that's going to go a long way. So it's definitely something that we don't have to manage as much anymore. It doesn't take an expert builder. Anybody can get in there and actually start using it without a ton of training.